Hi, Charles is SirBookSage here. An interesting thing I wanted to talk about today. I'm working on these two particular videos that are hopefully the start of some long commitment content on my channel. One is an Arya Stark video, particularly focusing on her chapters in Book 1 of A Song of Ice and Fire. The other one is a Tolkien related video that's focusing on two particular chapters in The Fellowship of the Ring. And what I wasn't expecting while working on these two, the start of these two projects, was that it would grind all my other reading to a halt. Which, thinking back on it now, I guess isn't really surprising, considering these are a bit more analytical pieces that I'm working on. A bit more deep dive into like the meat of what's going on in these chapters and with these characters in particular. But I have to really find a way now going forward, since these are both the start of like long-term content I want to do. I have to find a way to balance doing this type of reading and analytical writing and then eventually recording the video with actually continuing to read everything else that I'm reading. Because if you're somehow watching my video and you don't know, I'm currently in the middle of the Malazan series, not just the main Book of the Fallen series, but the companion series as well. I'm reading the two of them kind of mixed together. I'm reading the Honor Harrington series, I'm reading the Vorkosigan saga, and I'm reading the Dresden Files. So that's 4 different series that are at least each 16 books long. So that's a lot. And I'm way behind on all of them. And I made a commitment to myself really at the end of last year, the beginning of this year, that come July, no matter what was going on, no matter what I was reading still, I was going to begin my Cosmere journey. And that is still happening. I'm determined that, and that's only now it's May 30th. So June is in 2 days, which means July is only a month away. So I guess now that I'm sitting here and thinking about this, this is a June TBR video. I don't really do TBRs and wrap-ups and all those things so much. I've done them in the past when I first started BookTube. You know, you do your Friday reads, your monthly TBR, your monthly wrap-up, all that kind of stuff, which are fun videos to do. But I haven't really done those because I've spent the past couple of years reading-wise really tackling big like fantasy series and now big sci-fi series as well. So my TBR each month is going to be very similar. It's okay, at least one of the books from each of these 4 series. But now, with July approaching, I really, really wanted to be finished with one of those 4 series by the time I started Cosmere. Because Cosmere is what? At least 12 books at this point, if you take all the different series that are all part of this whole Cosmere thing. So that's a big thing to add on top of 4 16-plus book series. So I'm thinking I might just take June and finish the Vorkosigan saga, because that's the one of the 4 series I'm deepest into. I've read 9 of the books so far. So I could just spend June reading books 10 through 17, I think it is. And I think there's a couple of short stories besides that. But I think I have 8 books left. So that's really what I probably should do for my June TBR, is just read books 10 through 17 of Vorkosigan and finish out that series. It is a fantastic space opera series if you have never read it, written by Lois McMaster Bujold. I have a first impressions of the Vorkosigan saga video I did. I'll link that in the cards and in the corner and stuff. I don't know why I waited so many decades to read this series. It's one of those, it's been sitting there like eyeballing me on the shelves for decade after decade after decade. Now I'm finally reading it, and it is just absolutely brilliant. What a fun ride this is so far. So I think I might just do, that's the smart thing, just spend June finishing out the Vorkosigan saga. But that means my next book, Malazan book, is House of Chains. That means that's going to get bumped a month. And I'm thinking for Dresden, I've read the first 4 books. For Dresden, I might actually just go back and reread the first 4 books before I get to book 5. Because it's just, I want to make a first impressions Dresden video after finishing the 5th book like I did for Vorkosigan and Honor Harrington. But it's been too much time since the first 4. I can't just read book 5 by itself and then be able to make that video properly. So I think I might, when I return to Dresden, just start back at the beginning. And the first 4 books I've read, so I can just kind of have them in my ear while I'm working, as kind of refreshers. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, I won't start on Vorkosigan until next weekend, which gives me a week. So the smart thing there would be finish the A Song of Ice and Fire, R.S. Dark video, and finish the Tolkien Fellowship of the Ring sort of video, and just get both of those finalized, recorded, and edited, and uploaded, and then dive into Vorkosigan. That would be the smart thing to do. So, but another part of me is like, well, I could squeeze in book 7 of Honor Harrington, because I do have it on ebook and Audible already, so I don't know. I could try to squeeze House of Chains, though that's a big undertaking to try to pack into 5 days, especially when I'm going to be working for, well, I'm off today and tomorrow, so I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I don't know. I should just work on those 2 videos so I actually have some content and get those series started, because I'm looking forward to getting those done and getting those up. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So yeah, so I guess a June TBR video, which is just going to be, yeah, books 10 through 17 of Vorkosigan. And I will be happy to finish that series out. And at some point in June, I'm going to have to figure out what reading order to do with Cosmere. Because I've watched a bunch of Cosmere reading order videos, and I really have no idea. There's 3 obvious starting points: Elantris, Warbreaker, or just Mistborn, the first Mistborn book. So I'll do a separate video in June about Cosmere, where I'll ask for feedback from, I know there's a big Cosmere community here on BookTube, so we'll see. But for now, yeah, I think June is going to be Vorkosigan, finishing the Vorkosigan saga. And I'm excited. This series, I mean, it's won I don't know how many Hugo and Nebula awards, individual books, and the series as a whole has won an award, I think a Hugo or something. But so if you like kind of swashbuckly space opera kind of stuff, definitely go read the Vorkosigan saga. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So June will be Vorkosigan month, and then July will be Cosmere. Okay, I am Charles the SirBookSage. I'm off now to go back through the Arya chapters and back through these 2 particular Fellowship of the Ring chapters that I love, that a lot of people dismiss or don't like. So I can't wait for that video to come out. Anyway, I am Charles the SirBookSage. Happy reading.